What is up, you guys? Welcome back to the channel. Coming at you with yet again another perfume experience and continuing with the Areej Le Dore theme. Today I have none other than the history of Oud Indonesia, or Indonesian history of Oud. So unlike the Indian version, it comes in a black box and it opens as such to unveil another black box. And you get the Areej Le Dore logo in there, and then you unbox that to get a third box. And yeah, and this one is a bit different. There is no artwork like the other one, just the regular Areej Le Dore logo. And then as you open it, you have the perfume bottle and then the notes at the top. So notes and bottle. So next we have, which I'll take it out to show you guys. So none other than the gorgeous bottle design from Areej Le Dore. This, you guys, is just stunning. And look at the color of this liquid. So the color of the oil here is way darker compared to the Indian version. And the Indian version is aged, while this one, my understanding is that's fairly new because it's a mix of wild and plantation Sumatran oud. So there's two kinds of oils in here. So what we'll do is we will get started with the small descriptive from the Areej Le Dore brand. Then I will do the perfume experience with you guys. But before we get started, and as per tradition on this channel, make sure to grab your favorite bevy, snack, or as in my case, cafe, and sit back, relax, and enjoy the awesomeness about to head your way. Okay. So I'll go ahead and read for you the descriptive. The history of Indonesian Oud. Natural oud spray, 22 ml. This perfume composition consists of agar wood essence obtained via hybrid CO2 and ethanol extraction. This modern and unique method captures the most clean, resinous, sweet and spicy scent of Indonesian oud. Coming from a sustainable plantation as well as wild trees in Sumatra, this extract offers an affordable yet layered and complex olfactory journey that is as close to the scent of burning oud wood as possible. Discover the new direction of sustainable, high-quality, natural Indonesian agar wood in spray format. Okay. So there's a unique extraction method using carbon dioxide and ethanol, but also the notes are sweet and spicy, so resin is sweet and spicy to keep in mind, and it is a mix of plantation and wild trees from Sumatra. I love the way these bottles look, you guys. It's so classy, elegant, but also gives a vibe of a bygone era. Okay, so without further ado, what everybody has been waiting for, as per usual, the sprayers on these are second to none, you guys. It's one of the things that this house does so well. Other than the presentation, it's just the sprayer performance. Alright, so as you guys hopefully can see, let me focus the camera. So the spray print is here, and you get this orangish tan hue, very resinous, very oily, so be careful with whites because it will stain. And like I said, the sprayer, I didn't even press it all the way through, but it's very generous with one spray. And that's what I love about these bottles or sprayers from this house, is that They're just so generous. Even though the perfume oil quantity is little, it's actually the distribution of it is very efficient and very effective in giving you a good print. So you never have to really worry about applying a lot per se. Let's take a whiff. Okay, three things straight up come to mind is that there is a soil scent to this. There's definitely spiciness and there's sweetness. I'm just gonna take a look. Yeah, spiciness and sweetness. Yeah, but there's also this earthy. Did he cover that? Okay, no. So there's this earthy, almost like a forest scent. Like if you've ever smelled soil, like if you have plants at home and you repot them and you stir the soil. So it does have that in there in the opening. And it stays all the way through across, so you're getting this soil-like quality, like black soil, okay? It's subtle, it's not overpowering, so you don't have to worry about it, but it is there definitely. And I do personally like it because it is reminiscent of a very, the best way I can explain it is just having nature around you, right? Like if you've ever grew up with plants, like you can always smell the soil after you pour water on it, or if you're repotting the plants into bigger pots. If you've ever done a hike in a tropical setting, you're also gonna get this smell. It's kind of like the scent of greenery and a forest, but it's more of the soil versus the actual green leaves. It's definitely sweet and spicy. I'm gonna say more on the sweet side rather than the spicy. The spiciness in here is reminiscent of cinnamon. So if you've ever taken a spoon of cinnamon powder and just took it straight to your mouth and got this burning sort of feeling, that's what the spiciness in here reminds me of. The sweetness is actually very sweet resin almost. So it reminds me of when you try to make caramel out of sugar. So if you take water and white sugar and you reduce it in a pan and caramelize it, the sweetness in here reminds me of that. Another form of sweetness is black molasses. So if you ever had black molasses, which is basically a molasses extract of sugar cane, the scent and taste of it remind me a lot of the resinous sweetness in here. I don't get a mentholy quality with this or antiseptic quality whatsoever. There's no barnyardy fecal notes. It's just this foresty soil, black soil in particular, spicy sweetness to it, and it's fantastic. Okay. I will profess though, out of the two, I definitely prefer the Indian Oud more. It's more of my vibe. I'm not I'm not gonna sugarcoat it. Like this is nice, but the Indian Oud is just there's something that just stirs my imagination and soul. Um, okay, so let's talk performance. I'm gonna say that the performance on this, you guys, is weak. So in terms of projection, trail, and sillage, is gonna be low. This is just literally, even though you can still see, I mean, the stain is there, the print from the spray color-wise. There isn't much of the scent that's left, and you really have to get close to the skin to pick it up. I'm not getting any projection, and I'm dead certain if there's no projection of any sort, then I'm not getting any trail and sillage. So just something to keep in mind is that this is a straight up skin scent. In terms of performance, is gonna be low. In terms of time of day you would wear this, or actually let's go a step back. In terms of seasonality, you can actually easily pull this off in summer. It is not musky, it is not muggy, it is not heavy, it's not overbearing or overpowering. So I can actually see this as an oud that is suitable to wear during spring and summer. I'd say just because of how weak this is performance wise, it wouldn't do so well in the fall and winter. With respect to time of day, I'm gonna go ahead and say morning is probably the best time to wear this. And you want to wear it morning in a more natural, airy, open setting. If you're in a place where there's a lot of smells or crowds, it's just gonna overwhelm this. You're not gonna get much of it at all. This requires space, it requires alone time, and I find that the morning probably is the best place to put it on when you're getting perhaps ready for the day or meditating or praying. Not very actually meditative or pray worthy, I would say, but definitely something you can use it for. But I'm gonna say morning, afternoon, or evening. I think it's just not really suitable for that vibe. With respect to how you would dress this one, I'm gonna go ahead and say this is a casual scent, so you can definitely dress this casually. Semi-casual, semi-formal, or even formal is not necessary with this. I'm gonna go ahead and say that even from an activity standpoint, I would see myself enjoying this. Just waking up early in the morning, let's say 4 a.m. at dawn, driving to the mountains. I do live close to the mountains, and just grabbing my cup of coffee, taking my dogs, and just hiking the mountains while I have this scent on. Perfect, perfect setting. Not a lot of traffic, not a lot of people, early in the morning, nothing overbearing scent-wise aside of nature that would overwhelm this. If anything, I think nature would really complement this scent well because it has this foresty quality to it. So I think it would work perfectly for activities like hiking or just being out in nature if you enjoy fishing. I wouldn't wear it hunting just because you don't want your prey to smell you from far away, but it definitely works in a natural setting. Now, there is in the descriptive a mention of it having this slight, like a slow burn oud wood. And yes, it does, because I have some of that agar wood for burning, like slow heat burning, and it most certainly does have that quality when it comes to the sweetness and spiciness, but it does not have the incensey quality in this at all. So just something to keep in mind. You do not get any incense in this whatsoever, so just keep that in mind. You're getting just that spicy sweetness as well as the sort of black soil from a forest kind of a vibe. So with actually, let's cover that too in terms of gender, direction. I'm gonna go ahead and say ladies or gents, you can rock this. You don't have to worry about it in terms of gender polarization. It's just unisex. It will go both ways. Other than that, would I recommend this? If Indonesian Oud is your jam, yes, 100%. Get your nose on it, get your wallet on it, cop it. You will not regret it. I personally will profess, as much as I like this and enjoy it, the Indian version is my go-to between the two. But this is also really, really good. If Indonesian Oud is your jam, you most certainly will enjoy this. So far, what I can say is that, Russian Adam from Areej Le Dore has done a fantastic job taking oils that would traditionally be dabbed on, making into a very, very aesthetically pleasing spray format, and nothing but accolades for this release. It's just stunningly gorgeous, and yeah, if Indonesian Oud is your jam, go for it. Get your nose on it, get your wallet on it, cop it. You won't regret it. The one thing I find about this house is that whenever they do describe their products, it is on point the way they describe their products. So you are exactly getting what the descriptive is selling you. So Indonesian Oud, if it's your jam, get on it. With that said, you guys, I'm gonna wrap it up here. As per usual, very much appreciate your time and attention, and I'll see you in the next one. Cheers.